Judge allows Lori Vallow to represent herself at murder trial. I'll never understand why defendants get off on representing themselves so much. Half the time, from what I see during these court trials, through like Court TV for example, they do a really bad job of representing themselves and they make themselves look like more of an idiot than they probably are already. Some, on the other hand, have done a good job on representing themselves and presenting themselves respectfully and smart and educated. I get some people like, no, I feel like I want to do this myself, I want to represent myself, it's my right, and I feel like no one can represent me better than I can represent myself. I don't know if it's like a narcissistic sort of thing, where defendants need to like represent themselves to get more attention and to put more spotlight on themselves. I don't know, maybe that's the case, who knows. But yeah, I never understand it. Like, if that was me, I would want my lawyer 100% representing me all the way. Because there's no way in hell I could do a better job than my lawyer, you know, if I was in that situation. So Lori returned to court on Friday before Judge Justin Brisky, having been found competent by 2 doctors who evaluated her. At a hearing one day prior, Judge Travis, however you pronounce her last name, based his decision to declare Vallow competent on the written reports by the doctors who met with her on November 7th and December 2nd. The judge found Vallow understands the proceedings and will be able to assist counsel in her defence. However, Lori was not interested in assistant counsel, and renewed her request to represent herself before Judge Brisky on Friday. Brisky reminded Vallow of the risk of representing herself, noting that she would be held to the same standards as the lawyers for the prosecution. Vallow told the judge that she felt ready to handle her own case and that she had studied case law in both Idaho and Arizona in preparation for the trial. In addition to studying case law, Lori Vallow also said that she has participated in 3 trials. One of those trials was in Idaho, where Lori Vallow was sentenced to life in prison without parole for the murders of her youngest 2 children, Tyree Ryan and JJ Vallow, and her 5th husband's first wife, Tammy Daybell. Lori Vallow is currently in Arizona awaiting trial for the murder of her 4th husband, Charles Vallow, and the attempted murder of her niece's ex-husband, Brandon, however you pronounce the last name. A trial for Lori Vallow for March 31st, with a statements conference on the 10th of January 2025. The court-appointed attorneys who had represented her will remain on the case as standby counsel to assist Lori as needed. In a statement responding to the judge's decision, Larry Woodcock, Charles Vallow's brother-in-law and JJ's grandfather, told Court TV, "Lori thinks she's innocent. She murdered my grandson. She is nothing more than a convicted killer of our children and a strong, intelligent Charles Vallow. What she did to our family and friends is nothing less than pure evil." You here who are listening to this episode and probably have never heard of this woman before, have no idea who she is or the other crimes that she's committed, other than the ones I've mentioned in this article. Other than the ones covered in this article. Or why she did the things that she did. So for that, there's a great Netflix documentary called, well, depending on where you're from. Over here in the UK, it's called Sins of Our Mother. And in the US, for some reason, it's got a different title, which is called The Doomsday Cult Mum. And that's basically does a really good job. A great documentary by far, especially when it comes into give you an insight to this woman's mind, how she went after batshit crazy one day. You know, she sort of joined in the religious cult. She thought the world was going to end, and that's part of the reason why she decided to kill her children, in a sense. As part of like a sacrifice, I guess you could say. And for the most part, I have been following through Court TV and Law and Crime, her trial and her case and other, stuff that involves her. I didn't get to watch her profile case, which gains a lot of media attention, as you would expect. And I think she really gives off on the attention. She loves the attention. She welcomes it. Regardless of what she might say, I think she very much welcomes it. And that's part of the reason why I think she wants to represent herself, because she wants the attention. She wants all eyes on her, in a sense. Watching her in and out of court appearances, she has not once shown any sort of regret, any sort of remorse for the death of her kids, for killing her kids, and, you know, laughing back and forth with her attorney for the most part. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, how can you be a person like that? Not even a person, just like a creature, you know, with zero emotion. And now she's on trial again come next March for the murder, or alleged murder, of her fourth ex-husband. And it's just like, this bitch is obviously crazy. How does she need more trials? Like, it's obviously she's crazy. Whoever thinks she's not clearly needs a fucking ice test and a brain examined, but that's a different story for another day, I suppose. But nonetheless, that's what's happening right now. I'm very interested in seeing her trial, if it does get streamed on YouTube. Sometimes some court trials don't get streamed. Like, a judge might say, yeah, no cameras allowed. No cameras allowed in a courtroom. You can have a representative from like Law and Crime or Court TV in the court to take notes and whatnot and report it back to the website, but you're not allowed any cameras to stream this trial on any sort of platform. Other times, some judges are like, yeah, okay, sure, as long as they abide by these rules I set in place, I have no problem with that. So this would be an interesting one. So I, for one, will be very interested in watching her case, her trial come March of next year. But I want to know from you guys, are you familiar with Lori Daybell or Lori Vallow, whatever she calls herself these days? If not, is this your first time? Have you seen a Netflix documentary based on her? Have you followed any of the Have you followed any of the news surrounding her over the last couple of years? Either way, let me know your feelings down below, and let me know your feelings on this video down below as well. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye for now. And, you know, laughing back and forth with her